his baby mama is Mia X.
Warren Mays has a baby with
Mia X. When he signed the deal with Atlantic Records, then he how he wound up getting caught up is Baby Birdman. Birdman introduced Warren to his friend. Warren was making that turn. The guy Shane turned in front of Warren to distract him, and when he distract Warren, the guy who liked me, was dating me, is the one that unalived my brother. But the one who put the hit on my brother, he's still alive. And they was talking about like taking my life or whatever. So I decided to, the guy always wanted to be with me or whatever. I decided to sleep with him, like, and then I put the pium pium under the pillow when we went, and I was like. Hi, I am Ann Mays, and we are rocking with Video Wayne.
It's a pleasure to have you. I heard your story, and
it's definitely not everyday conversation. Definitely a major thing from your association and your who your family is and your history in New Orleans thing. So I want to start with, who do you feel the world know you most from?
Ann Mays. They know me from being Ann Mays.
Okay.
They know me from my brother Warren Mays.
Okay.
From the song Get It Girl in New Orleans.
What part of the city?
I was born and raised around the Iberville, around Bienville, around that way. My grandmother had a grocery store across from the Iberville project, and then in the Ninth Ward and the Desire Housing Project.
Okay. Warren Mays, that's your brother?
That's my brother. That's like, we like twins. We 11 months apart. Wow. Like, my birthday is in July, his birthday is in August, so we be the same age for a whole, like, a month.
Okay. At what age did you guys start getting in the streets, like?
Probably like for me, I could say 14, 15. And the reason why I say 14 because I was touched at 14 years old. So.
And what did that do to you?
Well, it kind of like traumatized me in a lot of ways. So once I got touched, I just felt like I'm gonna just do whatever I wanted to do at that time. Even though I still was going to school and I wound up getting pregnant at 15, but I wound up having a child at 16. I got pregnant at 15, had a child at 16.
Did you tell anyone? Did you tell somebody?
No, I didn't tell them about the 14, being touched at 14.
Well, why not? You feel like they would have blamed you, or?
Yeah, because my mom she tried to be like strict, and when I did tell her, in so many ways, she was like, "Oh well, you shouldn't have been where you was," or whatever like that, So it was one of them things where you should have been home, because I was raised where when the lights come on, you're supposed to be inside, and I was sneaking outside.
Did that make you feel that fault? Did you feel it was your fault?
In a lot of ways, I feel like I should have, like as a child, you'd be like, well, how she put it, like made me feel like you shouldn't have been there, or this and that. And my dad was a pimp, so in a lot of ways, I saw a lot of women be mentally and physically abused by my dad.
Wow, that is. What? But before it happened, what is because they say don't play with a child's innocence. Is that real? Was there a major difference before and after? Like, did you feel your innocence was taken? Like,
yeah, I felt like my innocence was taken because I felt like I didn't know any better. Because any child that gets taken advantage of, if they don't know no better, I feel not. I don't feel like it was my fault because I didn't know no better. And once that was taken away from me, I mean, it was like, well, once you've been touched, now you've been experienced, now you're gonna start having relations with other people because you didn't experience it.
What about taking care of yourself? Like, how was you making money?
I was hustling, jacking, robbing. Older men always did like me from a little girl because they was like, oh, you're so fine and pretty. They watching me grow up, and once I got out there, once I got a taste of the life, everything that I felt that I wanted because I was accustomed to my mom giving us name brand clothes and all this. And once you raise a child a certain way, and they, you know, you buy them the Gucci and the Louis and all this as a child. So as they get older and they stand it, they want it, and I want it, and all means necessary. And no matter what it took for me to get it, I was.
And you said hustling like hustling drugs?
No, like
boosting and stuff?
No, yeah, boosting. I used to steal as a young girl. It didn't have to, but I did. And like old man, he'll try to set up a date with me, and I'd be like, oh, we could get together, but instead of me, I make a promise to him, like I'm gonna sleep with him, and I take his money and leave. So I call that promise P.
Okay. And you said robbing? That's part of
still robbery. That's simple robbery. Well, you're only robbing somebody who's not supposed to be with a minor anyway. So fair exchange ain't no robbery. So you can't personal charges on me because you're really not supposed to be being with me anyway. You know.
How you get turned on to that? You just.
Well, I guess by my dad being a pimp and my mom, you know, hustling is in our genes. Like my grandmother was like, you know, God bless her soul, a madam. Like my grand a longshoreman. Like I lend money, like and you pay me my money back, I get more than what I lent you. So you know, I come up like it was hustling in us. Like you know, say like my daddy a pimp, like the same like my daddy lived. I was like a female pimp, like. You know, I started being around females, and females I was around, I was teaching them the game, you know, and we had the block, you know, and I'm teaching them how to make money on the block and stuff like that, yeah.
Was your dad, you said your dad was a pimp?
Yeah, my dad was.
How was your guys' relationship, you and his relationship?
Well, my dad was in Angola, Louisiana prison, the majority of my young life.
Okay.
You know, he was beat up by the police as well. They tried to throw him off the Claiborne Bridge and stuff like that. So I don't know if my dad was into the drug life or whatever, but I'm sure he was, but I don't know for sure. So I can't really elaborate on his life story. But I know he had a hell of a life. My dad was a singer. My dad used to have concerts at the auditorium. My great grandmother used to sing with Mahalia Jackson. So we do have like you know, music in our genes.
Yes. Wow. Actually, just greatness. Period. Because we talk about the jacket that you have on.
Yeah.
That's family as well.
Yeah, this jacket is my nephew, M-Line.
Get it, girl. Don't stop. Say, get it, girl.
Yeah, she put him in Scotland because he didn't want to listen. He was out there using drugs at a young age, and then he was hustling and doing the same thing, you know, like my dad. He was very angry and mad at my mom. But he broke out a couple of times. He escaped, and they came back looking for him, and she had to turn him in, and he felt so bad. He was like, oh, you called them people on me and stuff like that, but she did it to better his life.
When the Get a Girl song came out, how old was he about?
When Get a Girl came out, I think Warren had to be in his 20s.
Okay. How did that change your life? Was it a whole lot more attention?
Well, I was so busy doing me, you know, with the hustling. And when he came out with Get a Girl, I was traveling from coast to coast, from state to state. I hadn't got into a big major, like, transferring drugs back and forward from coast to coast.
Okay.
I don't know about that. But that was then. I was young. So.
Right, of course. Yo, so what we was on the airplane?
Mm-hmm.
That's way before the security was like really crazy.
Yeah. But I used to, you know, be so like pretty and stuff, and I put my clothes up and stuff like that. And the pilot be flirting with me and like, oh, you're so pretty and all this shit kind of stuff. And just don't know. I'm that girl.
How did you store it? Was it in your bags or was it on your body? Like
it was me. It was me. And you would never know. I would have my shorts on and my shirt on and would never know. It was just I mean, then, yeah.
You talking about straight out of a movie.
Yeah.
What could you say how much it was? Like it was like kilos or was it?
It was like two to three, the most.
You ever got caught?
Never.
Never nervousness sit in? Or?
Never. Like the guys who I was doing a run for, and I had a beautiful car. My car was like, you know, like my paint job on my car back then. I got my car painted. It was a candy operator and stuff like that. And when I made one move, the guy was like, well, when you come back, because I put my car in the shop because somebody had scratched it, and he was like, well, when you come back, we're gonna pay you when you get back or whatever. I was like, nah, we ain't doing that. So they didn't want to pay me. So when I left, and I never gave them their stuff. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. So I just jacked them. They jacked me and I jacked them back. And they was talking about like taking my life or whatever. So I decided to, the guy always wanted to be with me or whatever. I decided to sleep with him. Like, and then I put the pion under the pillow when we went. And I was like, and then I pulled it from under there, and I was like, word on the street that you supposed to be gonna pion me. And he was like, huh? I was like, well, just in case, you know. So I was that girl, like, you know, word on the street. So I'm gonna get him to the hotel, and I got him to the hotel, and I was like, so word on the street. So what you gonna do? And he was like, no, it ain't like that, and this and that, you know. So they just squashed it. So we squashed it.
Damn. So if you end up, say you end up with it, right? With the you ever sold them?
The one I jacked, I took it and I made my money off it.
So that's where we're going, right? So if you ever been like hand in hand and you've been hustling, you ever been robbed?
Yeah, I've been jacked. I've been jacked out of $30,000, $20,000. Yeah, I went to make I went to do an exchange, and while I'm sitting waiting, they went out the window on me. While I'm waiting,
they ran off with it.
Yeah, they went out the window, two brothers. But I'm waiting with my on my lap, and I'm waiting for them to come back. And if they tried something, I'm waiting, but they went out the window on me, and I ain't never seen them since this day. I saw them. I went caught them. But they went out there. They was at a restaurant and they went out the back door of the restaurant. I went to run them down.
What was the conclusion? The conclusion for you for that game? What made you say I don't want to mess with that no more?
Well,
did you get a different hustle or?
No, I didn't change because I had to come up from what I lost. So I didn't change. I just went on to the next big time dope dealer.
And with you being. You was able to get it from them, like just get it free, or you was able to get it at cheaper prices? Or?
Well, I wasn't really getting it free. I was going to get it for them, and whatever I was making me, and the process of getting it for them, I was doing me too. So I've been a millionaire a couple of times, but I always was free-hearted. You know, whenever I make money, I do stuff for people. I give them clothes, money, jewelry, or whatever. Like the stuff that they wearing, Gucci, Louis, you know, Michael Chrome, MCM, and all that. I've been wearing that ever since I was like 16, 17 years old. You know, I've been wearing name brand ever since I was a little girl.
Wow. I want to get into what happened to Warren, right? Did he die from natural causes, or was he shot?
Well, Warren was shot. Warren was doing his music, and his music, he was about to blow up because he had signed a deal with Atlantic Records. And his baby mama is Mia X.
Warren Mays has a baby with
Mia X.
Okay.
So that's his baby's mother. So Mia X and him used to do music together, and I'm only going on what I heard Mia say. But Mia said she wrote Get It Girl.
Now I have a rap for rocking girl's body. Yeah, you're so good, you screaming lottie-dottie.
It could be possibly because her and Warren was, you know, it was together. So when he signed the deal with Atlantic Records, then he how he wound up getting caught up is Birdman friend, and Warren became partners. Birdman introduced Warren to his friend, which is a guy, a white guy in a wheelchair. So Warren been doing music for years, and the guy Shane, his name is Shane. Shane wanted to take over the music business with Warren, and they was partners. So he told Warren something like the music was distorted or something like that. And Warren was like, no. And so they had an argument about the music or whatever like that. So Warren had a concert. And at the concert, I could see the tension at the concert. I saw this like a wreck just waiting to happen. So I I saw Shane, and I was like, if anything happened to my brother, I was like, I'm gonna do you something real bad, you know, just saying, but because I felt it in my spirit, you know. So he just looked at me and he was like, you know, like, give me a little smurf or whatever. So Shane and Warren, you know, had a falling out because of the music. And Warren had his own studio on Julia Street around the Superdome. And him and Shane was in partners. So some kind of way they got into it. And all I know is word on the street that Shane was supposed to be gonna put a hit out on my brother. So we heard about it, but my brother was like, I'm not worrying about that or whatever, like that. So Warren went to the DMX concert, and the DMX concert was at the auditorium. So I'm saying what I heard. So Warren had another little guy in the car with him, which was one of his artists, because Warren had a lot of artists like that, and Warren used to work with Mystical as well. And Warren, Soldier Slim did a song on Warren as well. The Soldier Stomps that he invoked. I mean, he acknowledged Warren in his song. So Warren was coming from the DMX concert. When he was coming from the DMX concert, he got to Orleans and Claiborne. So it was a guy that I used to date when I was like, I had to be like 17, 18. We never been intimate. We just date, you know. And he liked me, but I ain't like him enough to, you know, be intimate, whatever. So, well, Warren was making that turn. The guy Shane turned in front of Warren to distract him, and when he distract Warren, the guy who liked me, was dating me, is the one that unalived my brother, which he's passed away now because he was coming across the causeway, and breaking news, he killed himself on the Causeway Bridge. The guy who allegedly killed my brother, but the one who put the hit out on my brother, he's still alive. He don't live in New Orleans, but he's still alive.
Did they ever close this case? Is it still?
They just said that they didn't have enough evidence. Well, so it's like a cold case, but the guy who allegedly really put the hit out on my brother is still rolling around because he's in a wheelchair like me.
That's New Orleans.